Hello, Divine Masculine, and welcome to your power message for Saturday, Super Saturday. And I hope you're all feeling much better and brighter after yesterday. You know, with all the symptoms and all the heaviness in the eyes and, you know, everything else you're experiencing, all the dizziness, the wooziness, the itching. I hope you feel better today. And I do feel that. I do feel like, you know, there's a brighter energy around you today. Things feel brighter. There's more clarity coming in. And they just made me gnash my teeth together. So decisions, tooth pain, reminding me of that. Thank you, Angel. So if you are having any teeth, gums or mouth issues today, it's because of decisions. You know, you may be going back and forth in your mind trying to work things out, or maybe back and forth in your energy between where you are and where you want to be, or between your divine feminine and the life you're living where you are. So once you make a very clear decision, the symptoms will clear up. So if you do find you go to the dentist and everything's okay, you don't need any work doing, that's why. But if you do need work doing, it's because it's been an ongoing process, and they give me procrastination, ifing and ahhing, you know, going back and forth. That's why, because it will affect your teeth and your gums. So breathe and know that all is well. So I'm going to bring in the 3 decks of cards today I've actually used in the feminine reading. So I'm going to bring in the Buffy Tarot for you. I'm going to bring in the Sacred Light Oracle for you and the Movie Tarot. So thank you, angels. What's the energy, please, today around the Divine Masculines? The energy, please, today around the Divine Masculines. Jumping out there, wow. They are giving me ring issues. Now, when I get this, I feel like my rings are coming off or anything's happening like that. It's always connected with the rings coming off the wrong fingers and the rings being put onto the right fingers. So if any of you are watching and you are married or in a relationship that feels like a marriage, feels like some kind of responsibility, obligation, or, you know, contract, I feel these are things being released. And they give me heart pain around this too. So this is very much about either hurting the heart or bringing up anxiety or a little bit of stress to move things forward. So before I shuffle the other cards, I want to bring in the Archangel Raphael Oracle of Healing deck. This is my new deck. So what do you need to know right now? What do you need to know? So a couple of cards coming out here. So I'm going to do those as well. And then we're going to shuffle. I'm going to start with those cards because I am feeling that, you know, this is very much about you healing stress and dealing with it accordingly. And with it being the weekend as well, you know, with it being Saturday, I feel that these messages are going to help in some way. You know, some way you're going to help. I mean, look at this, how the cards have come over here. It's like split in a natural way. So I just want to see what these cards are. Yeah, we've got the 3 of Cups and this Star. So very much about reunion, bringing in hope for the future, decisions, things you are split about in your mind. You know, it's like the cards are sitting like that. So it's like half and half. You know, it's like you are between 2 places and you need to just make a decision. So Archangel Raphael is saying, yeah, look at this. Diagnosis, it's stress related. So anything you're going through right now, if you're thinking, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, I'm trying to diagnose what's going on with me. And Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, the divine physician of heaven who knows all, sees all, is saying to you, it's stress related. Once you release the stress, you're going to feel better. An alternative medicine. So you don't need to pop a pill or go and see anyone, even though, you know, you should always do what you feel is the right thing to do for you. And I'm not telling you otherwise. But Raphael is suggesting a treatment of alternative medicine. Why? Because it's stress related. So what can heal stress? Being at ease with things, peace, harmony, breath work, meditation, calming your energy, doing things that make you feel better, coming back into the now and stop worrying about things, because worry creates anxiety and anxiety is caused by stress. And the answer is it's time for a change. This is why you're having tooth pain or dental issues, because there's a change that needs to occur. That's the answer. So really the angels are saying to you here, the diagnosis, whatever you're going through physically or emotionally right now, it's stress related. And the treatment is to choose alternative medicine. That means do things in a new way. And the answer is it's time for a change. So once you make the changes you're being guided to make in your life, then there won't be a need for a diagnosis because there'll be nothing to diagnose. And look at this, love, relationships. So it's all connected with love and relationships. So if you're in a relationship and you're feeling very stressed out or very anxious or worried, this is why. Now, they're guiding me to bring this up as well because, last night I was just kind of made aware of a little spot on my thumb. And I thought at first, can you see it there? There, just can you see it there? And I thought at first, what is that? I thought, I've got a splinter. But it isn't, it's just like a little red mark. So I thought, is that ink? Have I got pen on me? And I was trying to rub it off, but it's a little spot. And what this is saying to you is things are happening around the hands because this is about releasing. Okay, the left is about releasing, the right is about attracting. And that's what they're showing me right now. Okay, this is what I'm channeling to you. Whatever you feel or, whatever you may have been told before. They are saying the left hand and the thumb is about, the intellect and the worry and the things you're going through connected with love. So if you're having any weird spots turning up on your hands or any kind of pain, and I've spoke about hands before and fingers and thumbs because it's connected with the little things that we worry about, the stresses, the fears, especially connected with relationships and love and pretending and wearing a mask. These are things being released. Okay, little kind of blemishes are coming up to remind you things need to change. And love is the answer to all of your relationships. So you're becoming aware that the relationships you may be in right now, you don't love being in them. Okay, you may not be in love with your karmic partner. You may love them as a friend or as the mother of your children or as a sister or a brother, but you don't, love them in a romantic sense. You're not in love with them. And you know that, where your heart truly is. So it's a change that needs to occur within relationships. So the energy we've got coming up is the power of presence. Now, I love this because this is a real masculine energy here. Another warrior card says a power struggle, unlock your potential, authenticity. And we've also got the number 25. So I'm seeing that as between now and 2025, you are stepping into your power, becoming the person, the warrior, the earth angel, the true being of light you came here to be. And you're willing to defend that and stand up for yourself and fight for what you want. And I feel Archangel Michael all around you. And look what you've got there, the eagle. Did you see it before me? The eagle. The eagle is about you coming home, coming into land. It's about you transforming to become the person that you truly came here to be. And a power struggle is connected with the ego and the higher self. It's when the higher self knows what's right and the ego is trying to bring in fear. And you're struggling with that, but you're taking back your power and unlocking your potential to be authentic. Now, the 25 is also a symbol of the partnership that you have with your family that allows you to make the changes that you're able to make. You know you can do this. Your family gives you power and you're surrounded by heavenly support by Archangel Michael and the band of mercy angels who protect you, but also by your ancestors and your guides. And, I feel like a tribe of warriors around you here as well. So you have a tribe energy around you, a tribal energy, ancestors. Okay, and I'm also getting things like native energy as well. And the eagle is the power, that you have the power to manifest your dreams. And, I really am seeing this as between now and 2025, you being completely authentic, showing the world who you are. So this is you transforming to come into land to be where you're meant to be. So feminines, if you're cross-watching, don't get triggered by 2025. This is when your masculine is going to be truly operating as their self. And that doesn't mean it's going to take that amount of time for them to be with you. There's fear coming up when I'm connecting with this because the ego is the first thing the ego does is grab onto that fear. Grab onto that date and say, oh no, it's so long away. That isn't what I'm saying. Your masculine is showing you right now. He is already making changes to be with you. And we've got the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is about making the changes. It's about adjustments required. And the Knight of Wands is an action energy. It's a movement energy. So this is the masculine is stepping up into the light. Now, I haven't got the guide book to hand, so I don't know what movie this person is out of, but you may recognize the character in the card. But I'm seeing this as strength energy from the masculine here. And again, I'm seeing this as, whether it doesn't matter if your masculine is a man or a woman, they are harnessing this power from within to make the changes and the adjustments required to be with you. And we've got the 5 of Wands. That's the conflict. That's the power struggle that's mentioned in this card. Conflict, drama. So for this day, because this is also a daily reading, there may be some conflict around you. So there may be some conflict around relationships. And the angels are reminding you to focus on love. And, if you are struggling at home and you've got kids, remember to focus on the love of your children, to focus on the good. If you're struggling at work, think about why you started doing that job in the first place and focus on love. If you're struggling because you can't be with your divine feminine today, focus on the love, not the fact that you can't be together. Very powerful energy. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles, and we've got, wow, I mean, look at this for powerful here. And it's really interesting because, Spike has been coming up in the feminine reading for delays. So I feel this is about you knowing now why you've come. What this card is, if you're a Buffy fan or an Angel fan, you'll know this, but, this is really the energy. Let me just move my water rabbit out of the way. This is the energy of where Spike receives his soul. Okay, he gets his soul put back into his body because, he's kind of made it a vampire and he loses his soul. Vampires are soulless beings in Buffy. And he's given back his soul, which means he feels. Now, the only vampire up to that point who has a soul is Angel, because he gets cursed by gypsies and they return his soul. But Spike's soul is returned to him too. And what I'm feeling with this is that your feminine has restored your soul, or restored your hope, or restored the light in your life. And that's really what happens to Spike. He becomes someone new. He goes through a rebirth. He goes through a big change. He goes through something magical to become the Emperor, to become his true self. And I feel this is, the way that you connect, this is kind of like when I'm connecting with you is, the Emperor, but I'm feeling Hierophant energy with this as well, which is very much about, the spiritual bonds and the connection with heaven and everything. So you're going through a big awakening here. You're going through a big transformation because you know that really your feminine has restored your faith. So I'm seeing the soul there because you've always had a soul. But this is about your faith being restored in love and in relationships and in the future and everything that you want. And for that to be restored, you have to go through the dark times, the darkness. And this is about giving. Giving what you give, you receive. It's about balance coming back into your connection. It's about knowing that everything's going to be okay. That it doesn't matter what you've done before, it's what you do now that counts. It doesn't matter how much pain has been caused. It's what you do now to make up for it that counts. And it's about forgiveness. So in this card, I'm seeing forgiveness energy, healing energy, releasing of the past. And, this is, I'm pretty sure in this card, this is Anyanka's friends. Okay, because again, some of these cards, because of copyright reason, I don't think they can make the cards absolutely like it is. But I'm seeing this as, the kind of the ego voice, because Anyanka becomes Anya, she becomes this, she becomes a true self. She restores herself. What was once dark becomes light. And I'm seeing this as the darkness trying to creep in. But you know that what you give, you receive. So you want to be out of the darkness now. You want to be powerful and strong. And that's what this conflict energy is, that causes the stress that Archangel Raphael has brought up here. Because the conflict is the struggle, the battle, the way you fight for who you are and what you want. And that's strong. That's courageous. That's power. So feminines, if you're cross-watching, be very, very proud of your divine masculine today, because they are overcoming everything. And they know that you are the one who's restored their hope and their light and their faith. And you've really restored their soul. And that's beautiful. So it doesn't matter what's happened before. I'm seeing this as the feminine's energy bringing in forgiveness and healing and wiping the slate clean. Because what matters is now. And you're on a journey of discovering yourself. And I really do feel this is energy that's shifting within you, between now and June. You're going to be ready to give as we move forward in this year. Because you're building your warrior spirit, you're finding your way, you're being more authentic, and you're standing in your truth. And that's what they want you to know. But I feel the message is, your family has restored your soul, restored your faith in this love, in this life, and has shown you a new way. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.